My husband and I inherited it from his father in 2014, 2015. My father-in-law received it as a graduation gift from his grandmother in 1959 when he graduated from UNC. His grandmother, or my husband's great-grandmother, vacationed where the original artist lived, and apparently she saw it in his home and purchased it from him.
Do you know how much she paid for it?
Well, it is rumored between $500 to $5,000 because she was very private about how she spent her money.
This is a painting done in oil on canvas, painted sometime around 1898 to 1899. What is remarkable is the condition it is in after all these decades. The colors are still bright and vivid. The corners are clean and sharp. The brushwork is precise and confident, the kind of detail that only comes from a painter who truly knew his subject. And the subject sitting in front of you, calm, strong, and commanding, is Chief Little Wolf. Chief Little Wolf was the war chief of the Northern Cheyenne tribe. He was not just a warrior. He was a brilliant military mind, a great tactician, a leader of his people. He fought against General Custer at the Battle of Little Bighorn, one of the most famous battles in American history. Along with 2 moons, he commanded all Cheyenne forces in that battle, and the 2 feathers you see in this portrait were not just decoration. Each one represented an enemy defeated in an honorable battle. This is one of the earliest portraits ever made of him, and the man behind this portrait was Joseph Henry Sharp, one of the most celebrated artists of the American West. Born in 1859 in Ohio, Sharp was classically trained and studied all the way in Europe. When he first visited Taos, New Mexico in 1883, something changed in him and he never stopped going back. He became one of the founding members of the Taos Art Colony, a legendary group of artists known as the Taos 10. His entire career was dedicated to one thing: painting the people of the American West. He didn't work from imagination. He went into the field, camped on the very battlegrounds where history was made, and painted what he saw.
Have you ever had the painting appraised?
My husband had it appraised in 2014. They estimated $45,000, but I think that might be close to the top limit of it.
It's an oil on canvas. It looks like it's in very good shape. I know you mentioned that you had it cleaned. I would say the auction estimate for a piece like this would probably be $50,000 to $70,000.
Okay.
And if it were to be in a retail environment, it would be priced at about $85,000.
Wow, that was more than I thought.
I went to an estate sale about 6 months ago, and I saw this on the wall, and I loved it. So I asked the lady what she wanted for it, and she said she'd like $40 for it. So I went ahead and paid the $40.
What drew you to the painting?
Well, I'm a native New Mexican, and I just recently moved away from New Mexico and wanted to purchase it so I would have something to remind me of New Mexico.
This painting is done in oil on board, painted in 1922. The colors are rich and warm earthy tones that feel alive even a century later. The brushwork moves with energy and confidence, pulling you straight into the landscape. On the back, the title is written in the artist's own hand. It reads Arroyo Number Three. An arroyo is a stretch of land sitting between 2 high areas where rainwater rushes through during desert storms. Dry most of the year, but when rain comes, it transforms completely. And this artist knew exactly how to put that feeling on a canvas. The man who painted this was Raymond Johnson. Born in 1891, he spent the early years of his career searching for his place. That search ended the moment he stepped into Santa Fe, New Mexico in 1922. 2 years later, he moved there permanently and never looked back. He joined the University of New Mexico as an art professor and became deeply embedded in the culture of the Southwest. In the 1930s, he went even further, co-founding the Transcendental Painting Group, a movement that pushed art beyond the physical world and into the spiritual. Raymond Johnson passed away in 1982, leaving behind a legacy that still echoes across the American art world today.
Do you have any sense what this painting might be worth, and is the painting currently insured?
It's not insured. We had no idea until we took it home and I looked at the back and it had the title. We saw that there was one in the Smithsonian, so we assume that there's some value to it.
I think today, conservatively, for auction purposes, $30,000 to $50,000.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a pretty good investment for $40.
A lifelong thrifter, and I thrift when I'm stressed, and I thrift everything. I'm an occupational therapist in a level 1 trauma hospital.
Wow.
And one Saturday morning, it had been kind of a stressful day at work. I kind of saw it in the painting section and noticed there was a little plaque here, which is like what you would see in a museum. So I thought it looked like a real painting, and I picked it up and put it in my cart.
So what did you actually pay for this painting?
$15.99.
This is a painting done in oil on board, titled Yet the Palm Kernel, which translates to cinnamon apple picking. The colors are lush and warm, the brushwork broad and impressionistic, the kind of painting that pulls you into a quiet moment in time. The artist signed it in the lower right. The frame is original to the piece. Cinnamon apple picking, a simple everyday moment. But in the hands of this artist, it becomes something much more. The man who painted this was Ly Pho. Born in 1907 in North Vietnam, at a time when the country was under French occupation, he studied at the School of Fine Arts before taking his talent all the way to Paris to study at the prestigious Beaux Arts. His career moved through 3 distinct periods, and this painting belongs to his most celebrated one, the Findlay period, named after gallerist Wally Findlay, who discovered him in Paris, promoted his work, and made him famous. To this day, Findlay Gallery still handles the estate of the artist. Ly Pho passed away in Paris in 2001, leaving behind a body of work that collectors around the world still chase today.
There are some that come on the market that are much smaller, but this is really the most desirable. This period is highly desirable because this is the period that the gallery promoted. Works of this scale generally sell in the 60 to 80,000 range at auction. Wow. Did you hear that?
That's a lot.
Wow.
My grandmother's an artist, and she collected all kinds of things. I don't think there was a junk shop that she hadn't explored. And then my mother inherited it, and then when my mother passed, I got it. I know it's Johnson, and he was a black painter. I don't know much more than that.
Do you know how much your grandmother paid for it when she found it? Or?
No idea.
This is a painting done in oil on canvas, titled Late Spring View on the Village Mountain. The colors are bold and expressive, the brushwork loose and full of energy, the kind of painting that carries raw emotion in every stroke. The artist signed it in the lower right, just one word, Johnson. And on the back, painted in his own hand, is the title and the location where it was made. Coustemer, in the south of France, 1928. The artist behind this painting was William Henry Johnson. Born in 1901 in Florence, South Carolina, he saved every dollar he had to make his way to New York City and study at the National Academy of Design under some of the most respected painters of the time. In the 1920s, he made it to France, where he was deeply influenced by the modern and expressionist artists he met there, particularly Che Moussoutina. In 1928, he traveled to Coustemer in southern France and painted a series of works, and this painting is part of that very series. He returned to the United States in 1929 and became active in Harlem, working with the Harman Foundation, which supported African American artists. His later style shifted completely, influenced by Danish folk art and the work of his wife, a textile artist. His paintings became simpler, brighter, almost naive in their form. But that later chapter was cut short. His wife passed away in 1944. His health deteriorated rapidly. He spent the last 23 years of his life in an institution, never picking up a brush again.
In the condition that it's in now, in a retail gallery setting, I think this painting would sell for $80,000 to $120,000.
That's incredible. Wow. I had no idea. And that's why I brought it.
If you were to have it taken care of, you would spend a few $1,000s to
Sure.
have it taken care of, and then the value would increase substantially. It would probably be worth between $150,000 and $175,000.
Okay.
So I brought a painting that belonged to my grandparents. It hung in their home, it hung in my parents' home, and it's been hanging in my living room for the past 20 years. The painting had been purchased by my grandparents, my father's father, and we believe they purchased it at a auction or fundraiser for Lafayette College, which is also in Easton, Pennsylvania.
I did notice a price tag and with a title that says December Mist, $100.
This is a painting done in oil on canvas, titled December Mist. Painted in the early 1920s, shortly after the artist settled in Pennsylvania, making this work over 100 years old. The scene is Lehigh Valley, Delaware Gap area of eastern Pennsylvania. The colors are deep and atmospheric layers of snow, painted with such careful attention that you can see the blues and purples hidden within the white. The brushwork is expressive and alive, the kind of detail that only comes from an artist who went outside and painted what she actually saw. The frame is original to the piece. Snow in the middle of winter. Quiet, still, and cold. But look closer and the colors begin to speak. Blues shifting into purples, light changing with every passing hour. This artist did not just paint a winter landscape. She painted a feeling. The artist behind this painting was Fern Coppedge, one of the most celebrated Pennsylvania Impressionists of her time. She studied at the Art Institute of Chicago, then at the Art Students League in New York under the legendary William Merritt Chase, and later at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts under Daniel Garber. In 1920, she settled permanently in Pennsylvania, painting in Bucks County and Philadelphia, and this painting is one of her earliest works from that period. She was a lover of light and color, known for painting outdoors in all conditions, even in the middle of winter, bundled in a bearskin, tying her canvases up between trees to capture the reality of the moment. She was part of a group of progressive female artists called the Philadelphia 10, women who supported each other and exhibited together through the 1920s and 1930s in an art world that was largely dominated by men. She was respected and widely exhibited, even as female artists struggled for visibility. Fern Coppedge left behind a body of work that celebrated everything she saw, and the world is still catching up to just how remarkable that work truly is.
Her market has been doing very well recently. Oh. I would insure this for no less than $120,000.
Oh, really? Wow. Wow. Okay. That's worth insuring. I was not expecting that. Thank you, Grandpa.
My dearest friend, who was my high school English teacher here in Albuquerque, gifted it to me. I've known her for 50 years.
You still in touch with her?
Oh, yes. We have lunch every Friday.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
When were you gifted this?
Within the last year.
And were you aware of it before? Had you paid any attention to it before during your visit?
Well, actually, when I first entered her home about 35, 40 years ago, I saw it hanging on the wall with a lot. She had a lot of other paintings, and this one just stuck out. And every time I go to her house, I would stare at it and just say, that is just an amazing painting. For me, it was captivating.
This is a mixed media work on paper, painted around 1959 to 1960. The colors are bold and charged with movement, the brushwork raw and electric, the kind of work that pulls you in before you even know what you are looking at. And what you are looking at is a bull. You feel the energy of it before your eyes even settle on the form. A bullfight, motion, power, and intensity captured in a single moment. This artist did not just paint what she saw, she painted what she felt standing in that arena. The artist behind this painting was Elaine de Kooning. Born and raised in Brooklyn, she was sharp, feisty, and fiercely independent. A woman who could hold her own in any room. She was married to the legendary abstract expressionist Elaine de Kooning, which placed her at the very center of one of the most important art movements in American history. But she never let that define her. While the abstract expressionist world was largely a boys' club, Elaine stood her ground and carved out her own voice. She was part of a remarkable group of female artists now known as the Ninth Street Women, alongside Lee Krasner, Joan Mitchell, Grace Hartigan, and Helen Frankenthaler, women who were painting extraordinary work at the time, but were often overshadowed by their male counterparts. Today, the world is finally seeing their work for what it truly is, and Elaine de Kooning is right at the top of that conversation.
So I don't know if you'd had any notions about what this one might be worth?
Well, she thought maybe 15 to 20,000, something like that.
Right. So would it surprise you if I said more likely at auction 50,000 to 80,000?
Yeah.
Well, I'm delighted to hear it. It's nice people still get surprised.
Yeah.
But what a great gift to get. I mean, it really bears testimony to the friendship, an enduring friendship.
Absolutely.
that
She's
you
very
have.
special.